Dylan. How you doing today? Fantastic. As you see in front of us, the Chicago Condors are getting ready here to take the field. And there the Harlequins are as well, getting ready to take their pregame ritual here.
They're kicking.
I actually spoke to the Condors coach, Colm O'Brien, and he stressed that what they're going to be working on today on the Condors side
only
is
got
the
14
continuity
out here,
of the ball. They're going to
okay.
just make sure they try and retain possession. Again, you
Thought I
can't
forgot
score
how to
without the
count.
ball possession in this game. So that's his game plan. We'll see how they shake out.
This is going to be a good one, folks.
Well,
Condors ready.
They have a great back line this season. They're really in top shape. That's thanks to the CrossFit gym training they've been doing all
ready.
season. But their back line seems to be their strength today.
Gentlemen, let's play some
We're
rugby.
getting underway here. Harlequins for the kickoff. Dom Caston, and we'll see the forwards head down and try and recover that ball.
Hear the whistle from our Sir referee, Pat Cobalt, today. Great Wisconsin referee.
Back, Green, back. Thank you.
Ball's going to go out wide to Condors. Going to take it back inside. We have a ruck formed.
Condors have made a couple of good decisions early on. Retain possession on the kickoff. And after
Back, Green.
you see them surrounding that breakdown, winning the ball, and just bring it back into contact around the
Release. Get out of there, Green. Back, Green.
By the way, you're hearing another voice here in the broadcast booth. That is of the Sir, the referee. You're going to be hearing his calls throughout the match.
Again, that referee is
Cobalt.
Pat Cobalt today. You'll see him. He's running around in the
Back,
purple.
back.
That's how you'll notice him through the day. He also might possibly have the whitest hair on the field.
Get out of there, too.
The Condors are really
Back,
taking
Green.
possession here. They're in about their fourth phase. Just getting out of their end here, crossing their 10-meter line. About 10 meters away.
Back,
from
White.
halfway, and the Harlequins have pinched it. They're going to try and attack from the base of this run.
Get out of there,
Vic, I
White.
think you might
Back.
be bad luck today. As soon as you said they were retaining great possession of the ball, the Harlequins came right in and stole it.
Back, White.
I think
Thank
you're
you.
right. That's probably why I don't play anymore. Got the ball out wide, skip pass out to Caston in the centers. Immediate big tackle, driven back by the Condors.
Get out of there, White.
Harlequins have retained it. Jeff Noe's going to distribute it out down the short side, out to the wing. And we got some great moves by the winger here.
Play on.
11. But they spilled it, and the Condors are now taking it upfield with an interception by the prop, J.P. Kloiber.
And another interception by the Condors. And
Got a knock
finally,
on.
the Sir's going to blow it up. Looks like
Scrum
a knock
down,
forward
green
here
ball.
by the Condors. So we'll have our first scrum down of the day to the Milwaukee Harlequins.
Ball control an issue here early on, but both of these teams are really amped up.
I think you're right, Dylan. They're trying to feel each other out, see where the weaknesses
Hold
are
it.
going to
Relax.
be.
13.
A few turnovers on each
Relax,
side of the
gentlemen,
ball. We're gonna
relax.
have a scrum down.
13.
The Harlequins put in on this ball. Jeff Noe, great
You got
game
blood?
last week. See him put that ball down.
Yeah.
Take a little break here as Pat Cobalt.
I didn't either.
Discussion on the side of the field. You see what the issue is, Art?
Looks like there might be a bit of blood. So if there's blood in
Got
a
a blood
rugby
su-
match, you
blood
cannot
timeout.
play with any open bleeding. So it looks like Pat
Blood
Cobalt
sub.
sent the Condor player off to the
Thank you.
sideline. He's going to get a momentary
Number, please.
substitution while they try and staunch the flow of blood.
Looks like number
21.
has come on
Thank you.
for that blood substitution. And that player who left, he'll be able to come back if he can stop the bleeding, Art.
It looks like it's going to be Nick Wolcott coming in for the blood sub.
Okay,
there.
gentlemen. Okay, gentlemen, let's go.
Referee's
Thank you.
smiling out what he likes. We're going to get our first scrum of the day here. As you see the two
Crouch.
Condors lining up
Touch.
opposite each other.
Pause. Engage.
Harlequins dominated the scrums last week. We'll see how they do this week. Looks like they've lost that first ball.
Bring it up. Bring it up, gentlemen.
That is
Came out the
great eye
tunnel.
on the ball. I think that ball
There's
was
your mark.
illegally hooked. Came straight out of the tunnel. That ball has to go down.
Try to keep it in, gentlemen.
Equally competed for by the hookers. And we're going to have another scrum down. Green ball.
One of the things you'll see in these first couple of
Crouch.
scrums here is not
Touch.
only are the teams feeling
Pause.
each other out,
Engage.
but test the referee a little bit too. See what he's going to let go, what he's going to call.
Clean scrummage by the Harlequins. Got it out to number 10, Sans Falk. Offloads in the contact phase. And they're heading towards try line.
Great ball transferring by the Harlequins there.
I got it.
Referees called it up again.
Looks like
We have a
another
knock-on,
possibly
scrum down,
there.
white
This time
ball.
looks like we may have a scrum down to the Condors.
Yeah, there's your mark.
Yeah, the Harlequins are really, really pushing the limits of their abilities here today. They're really trying to make things happen in the contact
Relax.
phase. Worked well for them last week. We'll see if they can prevail over this week's opposition.
Harlequins are going to get this, or the Condors are going to have this scrum, but they're going to be deep in their own territory. They're at
Crouch!
about their own 5-meter line.
Touch!
Actually looks like about 7
Pause!
meters out from
Engage!
the try zone.
This year is going to be right up on top.
Stay back, Noe.
Opposite number 9, you see the Harlequins push that scrum around again. The ball's out on the far side of the field and chipped out by, looks like, one of the Condors.
We're going to have a line out to the Condors, actually, so it must have hit a Harlequin last.
Kicked off green.
That's right. When a
Kicked
ball
off green.
gets moved from the field like that, the opposite number gets to put it back. The opposite team gets to put it back in.
That is correct. The referee did call. It was kicked off green. Throw in by the Condors.
Brought down very well by the Condors. They're going to form a ball here, try and muscle this forward. Passed out to the back line. Let's see if the Condors can get out of this situation.
Condors cleared their line there with a little bit of ball
Thank you.
distribution in towards their own end zone, and then a
Gentlemen,
kick
here's your
out, so
mark.
It's going to be another line out. They kicked it out, so it's going to be Harlequins throw in here. It's going to be the first line out for the Harlequins. Their number 1 jumper for the Harlequins is playing in the backs today, so we'll see if they have the same chemistry with this setup. That's the captain, number 7, going up. He throws a little high. Messy ball at the back end. Harlequins have recovered it.
Dom Caston going to take a run with it here. Bit of an overhead pass to number 15.
Great tackle by the Condors. Forward pass there. The referee is right on top of it. It's going to be a penalty to the Condors.
I don't want to scrum you
Wise
guys
choice
all
in
day.
this situation would be to kick it out, but we'll see what the
There's
referee
your
has
mark.
to say.
Got another scrum
Relax,
down
gentlemen.
here as the
Relax,
Condors are gonna
gentlemen.
take a good
Gentlemen,
tight bind
gentlemen,
here
relax,
on their
please. Blood,
hookers.
blood sub back in.
Harlequins have really been
Blood
powering
sub
through
back
these
in.
first couple of scrums.
Got it.
Looks like the blood sub is
Okay,
back
gentlemen, let's
in.
go.
Excellent, excellent. When you
Let's
get
go,
a wound
gentlemen.
on a rugby field, you're allowed 10 minutes to be able to stop the flow of blood, where you can have a substitution. That blood flow has been
Crouch.
stopped.
Touch.
Come back out.
Pause.
Team's
Hit
backing
edge.
down now. We're ready for the put in. See the Condors putting that ball in there. They're going to be wheeled again by the Harlequins. Ball came out, and here we go for some distance. Kick down the left side of the field, and that's directly into touch. That's going to be another line out. Harlequins ball.
Earned a little more real estate on that kick than the one previous.
We're about 6 minutes into this 40-minute half, and the story has been thus far a lot of restarts, number of scrums and lineouts. Again, we're still a bit at the feeling out stages, not a whole lot of open running play. Ben Smith again going up in the air, comes down with it, passes it right out to Jeff Noe, right out to Sands Falk. The Dom Caston runs right into the wall of Condors there. So he manages to make his
Off
way
the
through.
head!
He's just going to try and set clean balls so the Harlequins can
Back
recover,
right.
pass it out to the back line again. A little bit of an errant pass there, recovered by the Harlequins though. But a bit of an obstruction. Sands Falk running around his own player accidentally.
Yeah, that was a great line out, but a little confusion there off the subsequent ruck. He had a bad pass, caused a little confusion in the back line, led to some obstruction. We're going to have ball to the Condors. They get a kick just behind their own 10-meter line. Great position. They're going to have a line out farther down the field. Looks like right at about the first time into Harlequins territory at the Harlequins 10-meter line, 10 meters from the halfway line.
Both teams starting off just a little bit tentative.
The line out.
Trying not to make a costly mistake that's going to give away that first try.
Yep, very conservative play here. You see both teams competing for the line out. Condors win their own ball, which we would expect. Crossfield kick. See the backs coming in for defense, and that ball is bounced over the touchline, out of bounds. We're going to have another line out. Play stopped again. We see that great coordination between the hooker, Garrett Meyer, number 2,
Green
and
ball.
the jumper, the captain of the Harlequins, number 7, Ben Smith. See if they can replicate that, maintain their own possession. This is crucial, in their own end zone, get their own ball and either attack or kick for position.
Absolutely. You see the two teams lined up 1 meter apart. That ball's going to go straight down the tunnel. Both teams have the opportunity to jump for it. Ben Smith is going to come down with it, and a Harlequin maul is formed. This is good.
Get out of that way.
Ball at the back. Jeff Noe's got it a little bit slow, but clear possession. That's a mid-distance kick, but the referee's got the call here. We'll see what he says. Anything, Dylan?
Not yet.
Looks like that ball went straight out by the kick from Sands Falk there. Since he was in front of his 22-meter line when he kicked it, the lineout is taken from the spot the ball was actually kicked. And number 2 here, Chris Bodnick for the Condors is going to throw this in. Contested, Colin Auber comes down with it from the Harlequins.
That's a clean ball by the Harlequins. You see Noe passing it out to Sands Falk. A lot of crashing in the middle there. Dom Caston. George cleaning
back,
out.
White! Back!
For second base ball. Dom Caston again in contact, and that's Ben Smith bringing the ball in.
Get out of there, White!
Look at the line of Condors in that ruck, just lining up in a flat line on defense there. No holes for the Harlequins to run through. So the Harlequins are able to run up maybe 3 or 4 meters, but then they're beating the defense.
Yep, that's 5 feet.
Release! Back, White!
Possession. Thought we had a knock on there, but the ball's been recovered. The referee's happy to let it go. Sands Falk sees a seam, and he's through. He's only got 1 guy to beat. He's down at the end, trying to make a decision, looking around for support. Trying to get the ball off to Ben Smith. Couldn't handle the pass. And then
We
a
had
late
2
tackle.
knock-ons.
The ref has to say here, a little bit of aggression. In this game, 0-0.
We have 2 knock-ons. We're playing the first knock-on. Scrum down, White ball.
Right there between John Paul Kloiber and the gentleman that tackled him.
There were 2 knock-ons during that play. The Sir has brought it back to the point of the first knock-on.
Slow it down.
When 2 knock-ons will occur, what the Sir will do is penalize the team that it made the first knock-on, and he's going to award the scrum to the other team. It looks like in this case, we're going to have a scrum down to the Condors are going to get that scrum down.
Relax, gentlemen. Ball's away. Bring it up. Bring it up. Ball was away, gentlemen.
Timber.
Let's go.
Right through the middle there. Just an unlucky pass. Guys get excited when they're near the try line. That's unfortunate. It looked like 5 points were on the line there for the Harlequins. 5 gone missing today. Waiting here now. Scrum's packed down.
Crouch.
You know,
Touch.
Scrum,
Pause. Engage.
We've got Mitch Kaya, the 8-man, very experienced player, UW Whitewater alum. And
You got to keep that arm up.
Did you get it?
You got to keep that arm off the ground.
Referee saw something he didn't like in that scrum, so we're going to have a free kick to the Harlequins here. Either the Condors came in too early.
For your viewers at home, Dylan's directly got a feed into the referee's voice, so he'll be our official
Back, White!
Commentator. And you see the Harlequins are running off this penalty play here. They didn't go for points. They could have kicked for points. They chose to run the ball, trying to get 5 points instead of 3. Condors
Play on, straight down!
Aggressive defense. Harlequins still seem to have the ball.
Well, the strategy
Back green,
behind
back
that is
green!
we're 11 minutes into the first half.
Advantage,
It's a good
White!
idea to just punch and try and establish
There's no
a bit of
advantage.
that dominance
Number
in this
4,
game.
offside.
And, see where that's going to take you.
Looks like the Condors turned over that last phase by the...
He wasn't found in.
And
Not
they've
found
kicked it out
in.
from distance, excellent kick. We're going to have a line out to
Fine.
the Harlequins. It's going to be a Harlequins throw in.
Actually, I'm going to correct you here on this one, Vic. It looks like there was a penalty against the Harlequins. You see Pat Koval signaling for that.
Yeah,
what was the call on that, Dylan?
It was offsides on number 4.
Number 4 Green, a little ahead of the play.
That's Rob Jacobs there.
They're going to Harlequins lose their advantage of the initial Condors kick. Condors go back for to redo that kick out. They've gained about 25 meters. They're almost at their own.
Relax, gentlemen.
line,
Relax.
About 15 meters from their own half, and they're going to have the throw in for this upcoming line out.
There's Harlequin coach Cunningham, ball in hand.
You just want me to
Dr.
run, don't
Joseph
you?
Cunningham for
I
you
beg your
viewers at
pardon.
home.
I beg your pardon.
Looks like we've got a little bit of a stoppage here. I don't know if we've got an injury, anything. From
You
the referee,
again?
Dylan?
The referee just said relax, and the players will abide.
There is actually a Condor down on the other side of the field, just off your camera angle there, so he's going to have an injury moment while we ascertain whether it's an actual injury or perhaps he's really hurt or he's not really hurt.
It's always sad when a Condor goes down. They are, after all, endangered.
Oh, that means the Harlequins are going to have a visit from a governmental agency later today, doesn't it?
Let's hope it's just for the endangered species list.
Looks like he's okay. That's number
Let's go.
13
Off the field.
back
Let's
up.
go.
He's walking it off. That's Michael Walsh. Pat Koval's going to come back over. We're going to restart this match here shortly.
Well, it's a pretty even contest here so far. No one's giving
Let's go,
much
gentlemen.
distance either way. We're about 13 minutes in. Neither team has given up any points, but I would say that the Harlequins have had the majority of the field position. Now the Condors have a missed kick off the side of the boot. Hopefully Dom Singleton here will be able to recover that. That's
Advantage
knockdown
green!
by the Condors. Vince Kelly, the fullback, tries to keep it in play, but gets pulled out by the Condors.
Referee's going to try to play advantage there from that knock-on.
We're going to play the knock-on, gentlemen.
That knock-on by the Condor. The
knock-on, scrum down, green ball.
Scrum down here. You see number 5 on your screen, big Mike Rudy there.
This is going to be another of many scrums so far. It's a lot of scrums this early in the game. It really wears down the pack. Coach Loader for the Harlequins said this was their game plan beginning.
Coach,
wear down the Condors up
pause,
with the big boys. We'll see how well they do with this put in. Ball's kicked back, pops out a little quick. Jeff Noe recovers. Ball gets out.
Play on.
A little miscommunication there. A little knock-on by Dom Caston.
It looks like it may have gone off his foot, actually. Pat Cobalt not signaling for advantage. Play will continue, but the Condors have recovered this ball. Number 15's taking a run with it. Tyler Carroll passes it off a little high. Kind of a
release that
pass,
ball.
Recovered it.
Back, Green.
Number 8 on the Condors, the 8-man. And they continue play. They continue phase ball here. The Condors making a strong attack on the Harlequins.
That's a maul. Advantage White.
Condors are digging that ball out of the
Advantage
ball.
White.
Switching directions. We'll see if the Harlequins can counteract.
The Sir has just called advantage to the Condors.
It's Michael Wallace trying to make something happen along the outside.
Advantage off.
No more advantage.
Advantage is now over. We're back to normal play, and the ball's gone, turned over to the Harlequins. See what they can do here to protect their
Ruckus form, gentlemen. Keep your hands out. Thank you.
Back by the Harlequins, almost kicked forward just a little bit. Number 13, Dom Caston, puts that magic boot on it, trying to get out of their own territory, and the ball's going to go out of bounds.
That's a great kick, Art. You know, he had a little pressure there from the defense. It was turned over. He didn't have a really clean ball. The kick out bounced just inside, and then rolled over the touch line. He couldn't, of course, kick that ball directly out. So even though they're losing possession here, they maintain the field position they obtained from the kick.
Relax, gentlemen.
Thus far, the Harlequins doing a good job of not getting stuck within their own 22-meter line.
That's right, Dylan. They actually have not been in their own half for very much of this game. That's a little surprising here. 15 minutes in for all the territory they've had. They've not been able to get over the line.
Let's go, gentlemen.
Referee's going to take his time setting up this line, and he wants to make sure the safety of these players is paramount. Ball goes up. That's going to be taken by number 6 on the Condors. That's Miguel Roman.
That came down into a maul, as often does in a line out. Excellent clean ball. Little switch through and a great big hit by the center, George Hoffman today, Jeff Hoffman. And some clever kicking by some of the backs. That ball's straight out. The assistant referee has seen that call. You see him on the side there with the yellow flag. That's going to come back for right to the place where he kicked it from. It's going to be Harlequins' ball. See Jeff Noe get set up there. He's going to rally around his pack. Oh, excuse me, that's going to line out. They've opted for a lineup in this case. Garrett Meyer throwing it in. Who do you think he's going to throw to this time, Mark?
Looks like we're going to go with the number 1 jumper today here. Nope, Ben Smith, the back row jumper, but it goes over his head. Picked up nicely by Mike Rudy. Harlequins are going to maul this forward a little bit, but the Condors are trying to turn it. They've made their meter and a half.
Show me the ball, gentlemen.
Jeff Noe is going to try and dig this out. Pat
Bring it
Cobalt
up,
doesn't
bring
like
it up,
what he sees.
bring it up,
Ball's
gentlemen.
just in there unrecoverable. He's going to blow it up. We're going to have a scrum down for a restart.
What's the word from the referee, Dylan?
He's just stopped playing.
Ball wasn't coming out. Condors had the ball going forward. We have a scrum down, white ball.
Very dangerous, and if the ball's not readily available,
Referee said the ball wasn't coming out, so he decided to blow it for safety.
Excellent restart. Good analysis, Dylan. Thank you very much. And we're going to have another push
Coach,
here by the Condors,
touch,
number 9.
pause, engage.
That's Bogdan Nixalou right there.
How you pronounce it again, Art?
Nixalou.
Ball's not out, Noe.
Well,
Advantage White.
Fringe of this scrum. Ball's popped out. It's picked up by Green.
The ball was not out.
The referee seen the infraction. Is that
Ball
an
was
offside
not
ball?
out. He was bound in.
Jeff Noe went in just a little too early. Advantage was called to the Condors, and then, of course, the Sir blew it down.
Jeff Noe had 2 penalties for offside last week. He's very aggressive tackling that his opposite number 9.
It's
so
a penalty.
See if he can correct that today. We don't want to. I'm sure the Harlequins don't want as many penalties as they had last week.
Looks like that ball might stay in. Oh, it's going to go out and hit the Time Warner Cable Channel 32 truck here.
I don't know if that was planned to highlight our sponsor today, Time Warner Cable Sports Channel 32.
And speaking of our sponsor, sponsoring the match today
is MyRugbySite.com. That's our match sponsor for today. You see the line out here. Number 2, Chris Vodnick's going to toss this in. Gets tossed down. It's recovered by number 10, Blaine Shreve.
Blaine's doing a great job here. He's beating those 3 tackles. One guy to beat on the sideline. Yanked
That is green.
Number 7. Before it can make any cross for the first time, I believe, into the 22-meter area.
White kicked it out.
Ben Smith caught him, came out of Port Arthur, caught him right by the jersey and took him outside before he could make any more gain there.
It was kicked out by White. Throw in by the Harlequins.
We have some inconsistent lineouts, perhaps due to Jeff Hoffman, our regular receiver. The Harlequins being out, but no mistake this time. Brought down to a great maul. That's a collapse maul, of course, that's legal
Back,
now.
White!
New experimental law variations. We have the ball coming out to Sands' hold. A little knockoff there.
Sands showing his frustration. That ball just hit him right in front of the finger.
Knock on, throw him down. White ball, gentlemen.
Sands may be given to a little bit of frustration here. He's a very passionate player. Won the national championship for Division I with Santa Monica. He's a great player. He can't let his emotion get the best of him. This is a very bad spot for that to happen. The
Crouch,
Harlequins are inside
touch,
their own
pause, engage.
and the scrum has gone to the Condors. We'll see how they get here.
It's going.
Ball's gone blind. You see it picked up by the Condors. Little chip over, interesting choice. Recovered, a touchdown by Jeff Noe.
22.
And what's the referee saying, Dylan?
22.
22-meter dropout. The Harlequins get away from this attack. They're going to have a chance to get this ball down deep into the Condors' territory. You see a few Condors back for defense, but they're going to go short and try and recover this ball.
Sands kicked it forward, so Dom Singleton with the speed he's got, that's number 11 there. He's going to run up and try and get it. Didn't quite work out the way they wanted it to. Condors have recovered the ball as the two props are going to transfer it to
Release,
each other
back
on the
green,
line.
back green.
Coach ball at the back of that ruck, coming out for a second phase for the Condors. Tobin came up, missed that tackle there. They're going to have to make those primary tackles. And 13 sprints through off to the far side of the field. Condors making a strong attack here, Art.
They're going to take the ball back inside. Now you see the 8-man for the Condors there.
Back green.
On it. Got a good ruck there. Got clean ball out the back. Little shove there from Don Caston, number 13, just trying to keep himself upright.
Looks like we had a knock on there in the tackle. I think the
Ball was out.
knock on. We'll see what the ref has to say.
He's going to take just a quick minute here, make sure he's got the right call. Looks like we're going to have a line out.
Yeah, the touch judge seems to be signaling Condor's ball, and it certainly appears that they're going to have the line out. Still attacking.
Number 7 brought that ball down nicely. Good throw out by the scrum half. Going straight up, caught though by the great line of defense.
Release that ball. Get out of there. Advantage green.
Boy, they're trying
Advantage.
like that, aren't they?
The referee called advantage green.
Holding the ball into the ruck. You must release that ball upon the tackle. Referee Cobalt saw that, blew it up. You cannot hold on to that ball. Condors must retain 10 meters.
Critical turnover here, Art. Yeah, he tried to kick for distance, but they didn't make it out of bounds. Play continues. Condors chip and try and collect with
Advantage White.
Gary Owen. That's a high kick followed under, hopefully to catch and recover.
The referee has called advantage to the Condors.
Release that ball, thank you.
By the Harlequins. Play continues with the opposite, with the advantage still in play.
It was a bit of an east-west kick.
I don't think he really got the distance. He was maybe hoping to connect up with one of his other players, passing off the boot instead of the hand. Advantage
Got it.
appears to
Relax,
expire.
gentlemen.
Since the Condors kicked it out, we're going to have another line out to the Harlequins.
Relax.
And what this is going to do, this is going to slow that game down a little bit. And that might actually be to the advantage of the Harlequins because the Condors had some good momentum going there. But once that ball goes out, we've got a little bit of a stoppage here for, looks like an injury. And that's going to allow the Harlequins to kind of regroup. Maybe, try and get their fundamentals back together here. They are in their own territory. They're at about their own 10-meter line.
For those of you watching at home, if you are interested in getting involved in your local rugby scene, you certainly can. Gentlemen, what do you have to say about recruiting these guys?
Well, every team wants to bring in new, fresh players. Great sport for new players. A lot of easy to pick up games. After every A game that we're watching now, there's also a B game where a lot of the
Let's go, gentlemen.
Their teeth. And every team is going to want those new players. And if you're on the Harlequins, or if you want to join the Harlequins in Milwaukee, just head on over to MilwaukeeHarlequins.com for all the information. You'll see a link there for new players to join.
Let's go, gentlemen. He's had his minute.
The age range in the Harlequins is from about 19. I think the oldest active
Go.
player is about 38.
That's quite a range, but we'll see a line out here. A little messy, but definitely cleaned up and cleared by the Harlequins. Off to Caston, we got a lot of running room out here. Transferring the ball in contact, and that's Vince Kelly placing the ball.
Tom Caston gets it again. again. Oh, look at him. He's got a good 25 meters.
Advantage, Green!
Around the throat a little bit. Gives it off to number 11. Makes the pass.
Looked like that was to Garrett Meyer. Might have been a call there.
We had a high tackle, gentlemen.
A high tackle. The referee had called advantage to the Harlequins. Turnover, of course. We go back to the point of the infraction.
Tackles have to be below the shoulders. Referee didn't like that one. He didn't want anybody horse collar, trying to keep everyone safe out here. And so the Harlequins are going to go for a kick, and that means a subsequent line out. Going to use that platform, hopefully, to attack finally back in the Condors' half.
Dom Caston taking absolutely no chances that ball's going to stay in bounds. He just kicked it straight out of bounds, and the Harlequins are going to have the restart here at about the Condor, just past their 10-meter line. So in football terms, they're at the Condor 35-yard line. And we're about 25 minutes into this scoreless match here in Delafield, Wisconsin at Nagawaki Park. You're watching Time Warner Sports Channel 32, ladies and gentlemen. The West Side Condors of Chicago taking on the Milwaukee.
Get out of there, White, thank you.
USA Rugby.
Sure, I wasn't sure at all. The Harlequins have recovered. You see Sands trying to break through the line. He's going to try and get through that ball in contact.
Release!
So the next phase, Jeff Noe's got a clean fastball. Tom Caston feeling up the defense, waiting for his players to come, and a big tackle, but they still retain the ball. You see Mitch Kaya.
Get up, get back, White!
Excellent ball recovered by the Harlequins. Slowed down a little bit, but recycled down to the backs. And you see the play continues.
Good passing to the back line there. You see this ball bounce a little bit in the back line passing. Not something you want from the Harlequins.
Back, White!
And they are just knocking at the door. They're at about the 5-meter line.
Advantage, White!
Number 2, Garrett Meyer picked up the ball. May have knocked it forward a little bit.
That's a great attack by the
We have a
Harlequins.
knock-on, scrum down, White ball. You got it.
Down there, stretching the defense out wide, and just
I know, I got it.
on, turn it around.
Unfortunately, the referee has called a scrum down for a knock-on. Scrum down to the Condors. Unfortunately, of course, if you're a Harlequins fan, if you're a Condors fan, welcome. You're watching Time Warner Sports, Channel 32. I don't know how you're getting it, but welcome.
Looks like Garrett Meyer may have gotten a case of the Godzilla arms there and just couldn't quite lay his hands on the ball, knocked it forward a little bit. It happens.
You all right?
First day with the new hands, I'm sure.
That happens again. Godzilla arms.
Let's go, gentlemen. Scrum down, White ball.
Kind of like a new car. As we got another stoppage here. Looks like for a bit of an injury, or someone's just tired. Either way. Possibly the referee.
Keep you updated on the injury. Mark told
Crouch!
earlier, looked like he had made
Touch!
his
Pause!
ankle.
Engage!
Back on the field though, there. Got the scrum down. The Condors win clean ball. Some pressure here by the Harlequins, but not enough to turn the ball over. And the Condors clear that ball out. They cleared the 22 line, but it stayed in. We got a pass from Tobin out to Kelly. Skip pass to Caston, and now they're going to try to make something happen. Dom Singleton scored 3 tries last week.
Release!
Take the ball to the ground. Great tackle, and they won that ball.
Back, Green!
The Condors have made another turnover today, making it difficult and impossible for the Harlequins to score.
The support for the Harlequins just wasn't there, and the Condors were able to pick the pocket.
Both teams absolutely shutting the defense down once the other side gets within 5 meters of that try line. That defense today is just absolutely coming through, stopping the ball, getting each team out of trouble. That's why at about 27 minutes in here, we are absolutely scoreless.
Yeah, the momentum's really shifted back and forth this game. It was all Harlequins for the first 10 minutes. Condors poured it on, and now we're back into Condors territory. See if they can punch it in and get a try before halftime.
Ben Smith up again, gets good clean ball straight to Jeff Noe to Sands Fall. Looks like they cleaned up their earlier confusion, but right there, that transfer didn't go very well. Sands Fall comes right up, makes that tackle. We've got a ruck. Condors are digging the ball out. Harlequins are going to be on defense. Let's see what they can do. Good pressure by the Harlequins. Look at that.
Condors going to look to win the clean ball, get it back to the kicker so they can get some breathing space. They do not want to be running it from this deep in their own end zone. A little bit of a sure tackle there.
Release that ball!
Pass away. Very dangerous play for the...
You got to release that ball quicker. He was up on his feet. You did not release.
Is that right, Dylan?
Yeah, the referee is admonishing the Condors for not releasing in time. It's going to the Harlequins.
If they had kicked that out when they had the chance, they would have had some breathing space. Looks like the advantage is going to swing back to the Harlequins. They're going once again here for line out after this kick. Art, any idea why they're not going for points at this stage?
Quite honestly, again, they're trying to make sure that with a scoreless first half like the one we have, it's going to be very important to see who's got the most amount of points at the end of it. So rather than just go for the easy 3 points, they're going to try and punch one in and go 7 up. The Harlequins know they've got that great kick by Dom Caston, number 13. they know he can train pretty much anywhere on the field. So right now they don't have to go to that. They're going to try and put some try points on the board, get a little confidence going.
Great line-out throw to the captain, Ben Smith. Excellent fastball here. Oh, yeah, and they roll it over for a try. 5-4 the Harlequins are.
And if you look at him run back, you see a little bit more spring in the step of the Harlequins. They made that try. It took them 29 minutes to do, but they just never gave up, kept going with it. And now again, you see a little spring in the step. That gets the air and the lungs up, gets the heart beating just a little bit faster. So right now we've got a score: Milwaukee Harlequins 5, Chicago Westside Condors 0.
On me, anywhere.
Did you see who scored that try, Art?
I did not. The Mall unfortunately precluded me from seeing who scored that. Pardon me.
We'll find out at
You got some
halftime.
blood on your knees. Take care of that.
Scored that first try for the Harlequins after the break.
My suggestion is we just credit it to the front row and call it good, but
he's got blood on his knees, guys.
So I may be a little biased. You see Dom Caston's going to line this up.
He's got blood on his knees. Get it off after the kick.
Makes the kick very difficult.
He has blood on his knees. Get it off after the kick, please.
The ball went down in the corner, so he's got a very far kick to make.
But he drains it. He absolutely drained it right through the uprights. That's going to make the score Milwaukee Harlequins 7, Condors 0.
Now you'll notice that Dom Caston is wiping off his knees. The sir mentioned that Dom Caston had blood on his knees. So you saw him run over, wipe off that blood, as we mentioned earlier. Can't have blood on the field.
Yeah, if that continues, he's going to have to go and either tape them up or get a substitution. The referee's not going to let him stay on. It's not safe, obviously, with an open wound. We're going to have a restart here from the Condors at halfway. Current score is 7-0 for the Harlequins. Let's see what happens here. They're going to go deep or go short. Looks like they're going short. That ball needs to go 10 meters.
I don't think it
on
did.
about 5. What's the referee saying, Dylan?
Scrum center, gentlemen.
Scrum center. Didn't look like it went 10 meters.
Went about 3, quite honestly. Wind may have caught that one a little bit, or it may come off the side of his foot, but either way, that ball must travel 10 meters. It did not. We have a scrum center to the Harlequins.
Yeah, the ball, if it goes 10 meters, the wind can actually blow it back so that it's caught behind that 10-meter line. That's okay. In this case, that didn't occur. The ball only went about 5 meters.
Coach!
Captain Ben Smith on the Harlequins.
Pause! Engage!
That's been a strong piece for them today. We'll see what happens. Put in by Noe, number
Foot was
9.
up before the ball was in the tunnel. Back 10, gentlemen.
By the referee. Dylan, any insight?
Yeah, they said
Foot was up before the ball was in the tunnel.
That means the hooker in the front row, his foot was on
Free
the
kick.
ground. Your foot needs to
Free
stay
kick.
on the ground until the ball enters the tunnel so that you have a fair competition for that ball. Just like in the lineouts, the front rows need to be able to both have access and compete for that ball.
Free kick.
Harlequins infracted. We're going to have
Let's go, gentlemen.
another penalty, a free kick, against them. And the Condors, instead of kicking straight out, they're just trying to get some distance.
Tom Singleton, number 11, was able to recover that. He's going to go for a run. He's going to use those long legs, but the shirt tail caught him. But he hands it off to number 15, who's going to pass it inside to number 4. That's Rob Jacobs, and they have made some great moves. Look at that. They are down the field.
Back to Vince Kelly.
Get out of that white.
Earlier, you see they won that rough, quick ball. Kloiber picks it up, and they've won, and they're hot for this next score. They smell it. They want it hard. Get the ball cleared again by Jeff Noe. Out to the backs. Long pass. Tipped passed over, but they couldn't handle it. Ball stays in play. That's Mark Tobin.
Play on.
Have to be careful. They've got to secure this ball. They've got good position here. Don't make a mistake and get too eager and go for
Back
that
white,
try.
thank
Secure
you.
it. Play good, solid ball here.
Play on.
Looks like that got knocked back in the tackle and recovered by the Condors. The referee
Advantage.
the advantage.
Looks like
I'll give you one roll. I won't give you 2. You got to release that ball.
Once again, Condors
Here's your mark.
not releasing the ball.
Wingo points.
Is the referee's call.
Harlequins are going to slow this down here. Now they're going to go for points. See, this will allow them to have a 10-0 lead with 32 minutes gone in the first half.
Yeah, they want to go into the virtual locker room today with fresh points on the board. They want to extend their lead out past 7, reduce the chance that if the score stays tight later in the game, that the Condors are going to have to score at least twice to catch up. They want to extend out that lead. And this is the first penalty kick of the season for Dom Caston.
It is up. It is good. He drains it. That is going to make the score Milwaukee Harlequins 10, Chicago Westside Condors 0. Time Warner Sports Channel 32. Again, we're 33 minutes unofficially into the first half. We've got about 7 minutes to go in the half. Pat Koval's going to write down the score. The referee is the only official scorekeeper and timekeeper of the match. Anything I say is merely an educated guess, except for the score, simply because I can't add.
Had that education is always suspect too, Art.
Well,
you know, he moved recently from Milwaukee to Minneapolis, and perhaps it was to hide his identity. You know, anything could be the case with this hard fellow.
That went 10 meters.
There's our restart.
That went about 25 meters, and Colin Hopper's going to run it up into contact. Good solid contact, places it back. Rob Jacobs picks it up, distributes it like the scrum half. And you see Sands Falk taking a break through here to the captain, Ben Smith. You're going to see him, he scored in both of the last 2 games. Great
Advantage,
tackle,
White!
ball went backwards, was recovered by the retreating Condor player, number 13.
Number 13, Mike Walsh. They do that actually.
Advantage off!
Pat Cobalt had advantage for a minute for the Condors.
Looked like a little forward pass there. What's the referee saying, Dylan?
Have a forward pass,
Forward
gentlemen.
pass it is. You see him motioning there for
Got
a
it,
forward
thank you.
pass.
That was a great recovery. A little knock-on
We got
by
it.
Ben Smith there in the tackle. Condors picked it up. Looked like they had a great opportunity. Just a little forward pass. Stopped it again. We're going to have another line out.
You see number 6 there, Colin Hopper, limping a little bit. He took that ball in when he caught it off the restart. Might have gotten hit in the knee. He's just taking a minute to get his bearings. You see the water bottles coming out a little.
Yeah, Colin's an experienced player on this team. It's not likely we're going to see him go off, but we do have a Condor injury just on the other side of half, just off camera. So we'll see. We'll have a little break for that while they bring in some water, do an assessment, determine if the Condor player can continue.
Again, you're watching Time Warner Sports Channel 32 here in Naguawacky Park in Delafield, Wisconsin. The Milwaukee Harlequins against the Chicago West Side Condors.
Today's sponsor is myrugbysite.com. For all you teams looking for a great new site for your rugby club, that's the greatest way to promote your site online and get everything up to date with a nice modern site. myrugbysite.com.
You see the trainer out there checking on the Condor player. He's on his back and he's not moving too fast. It's never a good sign. The trainer doesn't look too concerned, but the Condor player does look quite uncomfortable. As you see a few more bodies are going to run out. See if he possibly needs a substitution, or if he's quite honestly just catching his breath. A lot of times this is a good opportunity to do just that, but you usually don't do it on your back if you're feeling good in the game.
The coach trainer there is probably just making sure his eyes are dilating properly. Doesn't want him to come back if he's had a concussion, of course. Easily assessable when things are dilate, but your eyes are not dilating properly. So we're going to have a look here. The referee's giving a lot of leeway here. Want to make sure this player's safe, can get up on his own accord, especially if there might happen to be a neck injury.
Oh, absolutely. Just in case there is a neck injury.
God, you gotta love
I actually
it.
played with the Harlequins for about 12 years and actually had to go out with a neck injury, and those can be very uncomfortable. As you see number 10 there sitting up. He looks like he's getting his bearings, but he is taking quite some time to do it. That's, you know, not a bad sign if he's sitting up, but it doesn't look like he might come back up. That's number 10, Blaine Shreve there.
You have to be very careful if there's a head injury. It doesn't look, if he had hurt his leg or his arm, you'd see maybe a little different look, but it looks like they're trying to assess whether or not he's able to continue. So he's a key player. He's their orchestra leader today. They definitely don't want him to go out if he can continue. So we're going to take another second here to keep assessing the player.
Now, folks, one of the main reasons this is so important is because once a player goes off and is substituted, that player cannot come back onto the field. So if number 10, Mr. Shreve, is going to go off the field, he can't come back. He's done for the day.
All right.
That's why they're taking some time.
Looks like he's up on his feet. Little woozy, little wobbly.
You hear the sign of respect from these players applauding him off. That's how much effort these players give. They give everything they have, and that's appreciated by everybody on both sides of the line.
And nobody's getting paid.
Absolutely not. This is a completely amateur sport. Nobody is getting paid to be here. They are just out here because they love the physical aspect of the game. They love the social aspect of the game. Both of these teams will actually get together after the match and have a social interaction. We'll have we'll have a meal. We'll sing some songs.
Figuratively
have a good
and
time.
literally.
Rugby's got some great tradition.
Yeah, it looks like Blaine got a knock in the head there. He's got some blood around the eye. May have
I
had a
gave him one
concussion.
roll.
I think
He
it's
took
looking
2
wise
rolls.
to take him off now. He's off screen. The Harlequins are on the other side. Well, looks like we're getting another substitution. Colin Hopper, who's
he can't.
at a
He was.
camera
The
there.
player was there. He took
you
one
see
roll.
the,
I'll give him that.
there
He
you
took
see
another roll while the
number 10,
player was
Blaine
there trying to
Shreve,
play the ball.
being helped off.
Okay, gentlemen, let's
take
go.
Take a breather, and hopefully he'll be fine.
Here's your mark.
Looks like he's going to be okay, but he's definitely a little woozy. If you heard that whistle there, we're going to get this restarted back up here with a scrum down. Now, time did not advance while that stoppage happened.
Pause.
The
Engage.
game still will go on, so we've got an unofficial time here of about 35 minutes as the Harlequins are going to try and recover this scrum. Jeff Noe to Sands Falk. A little bit of a miscommunication there, but Mitch Kyan, the 8-man from UW Whitewater, picks that ball right up.
Yeah, and you see the ball continue play here in the third phase. Sands Falk just poking and prodding there.
Release, thank you.
And it's been pinched by the Condors. That's a great relief for the Condors with their fly half substituted out. They want to get through this last 2 minutes and get into halftime so they can regroup and replan with their number 10 gone between him and number 9. That's their main decision maker, so they're going to need to regroup and refocus for the second half.
It was kicked off green. This is going to be a line out to the Condors.
Must have been a tip ball there on the chip over by the Condors. We got a great view right down the line from our broadcast booth. And you see a nice clean line out there. Passed off to the Condors number 9. And substituting in there goes to the center. You see Quins make a great tackle. And now they're contesting
advantage
the ball in this
green!
ruck.
The Harlequins have recovered once again, and Garrett Meyer picks that up. Dom Caston's going to send it to Singleton, number 11.
Advantage off!
Run through a few Condors here, see if he can't run around the outside. Look at him go.
Like
he's got
gone.
those long legs. Dom Singleton's going to go for the center post. He makes it. And that will make the score. Milwaukee Harlequins 15, Chicago Westside Condors still 0. Roughly 37 minutes into the half here.
That was a slippery run by Singleton.
He avoided a couple of tackles there to get through that. As you see, he's being congratulated by the captain, Ben Smith, and John Paul Kloiber.
That's a great try right at the end of halftime there. They're really going to put the pressure on the Condors to come back in the second half after that injury on Blaine Schriever. So we'll see how they respond. But now we're going to have Dom Caston, going for his second conversion kick.
Let's see if the Condors charge it down. They do not.
Center post, no challenge for Dom Caston and that magic foot of his.
That's about full time for the half by our watch. The referee doesn't think so. He's going to let it go for another play.
There was a bit of injury time there, so he's going to let this go. I was actually a bit concerned with that about 3 to 4 minute stoppage for that injury, that might actually take some of the momentum away from either team, because it does allow you the opportunity to rest at that point, but what it can do is allow any sore muscles you have, that may allow them to stiffen up just a little bit.
Score's now 17-0 in the final minutes of the first half. We'll see what the Condors have left in their gas tank as they go for their third restart.
You see the Condors walking out there. All the team's a little bit tired. 40 minutes is a long time to play some rugby. As you see number 11, Greg Kacharis there. He's going to do this restart with his scrum cap on. Harlequins are going to let it bounce. Picked up by number 8, UW Whitewater alum again, Mitch Kaya. Going to take a good run there. Keeps good possession of that
Back
ball.
white.
Behind him, allowing Jeff Noe good access.
Excellent pass out to the orchestra leader, JP Kloiber. Takes a great run. He's got excellent skills, great hands for a big man. And you see him try and make that pass over, chip through, and it's Condors ball deep in their territory. They kick to get that ball off the field. See what the referee, any call from the referee for the timing, Dylan?
Yes, but I can't repeat it.
Play looked like it may have been a little bit flailed there as you saw that exchange. There was really no clean ball, a lot of miscues, a couple of missed passes, although John Paul Kloiber had a great run for about 15 meters to get the Harlequins where they are. The Harlequins have the line out at the Condor 10-meter line.
See Coach Loader behind his hooker there with the red flag indicating position and the possession of this line out. Number 7 goes up, collects beautifully, and they're going to try and drive this. This is where they scored their first try, the Harlequins. You see that excellent ball. It's being kept up. The ball's in play. All the players are on their feet. The Condors want to pull this down, prevent their forward progression, and give to Jeff Noe, who distributes it out to the far wing.
That was a good ball.
Mine.
They pushed that ball a good
Scrum
10,
down.
15 meters
Scrum
down
down.
the way. The
No,
Condors
the ball was off me.
Never straight at all.
That's
Ball
right. And
was
with
off me.
today's new ELV laws, it's
I don't understand.
impressive they can get it that far today. Dylan?
The referee having a little tete-a-tete with one of the Condor players. Of course, the referee's word is law.
Pop, boys.
Scrum down to the Quins.
Here we go. They're going to want to punch another one in and extend their lead out.
Crouch.
It's 17-0
Touch.
for the Harlequins.
Pause.
Here
Engage.
at Nagawaki Park. Get all these scores, photos, and more at MilwaukeeHarlequins.com.
Just saw our coach there, Mike Loader, New Zealand native, moved to this country a number of years ago and has been our coach. Sands Falk's going to make a long pass out to Dom Singleton, number 11.
This pass, and Vince Kelly gets in position. He's deking and dodging, wants to put that ball up forward, place it back, and let green ball win it out.
We
Jeff
got
Noe's
advantage,
Johnny
White.
on the spot, digging it out for his backs. He chips it over.
You've got to
The
get out of there.
referees,
You're
see
holding on
something.
that ball.
Dylan?
Advantage went to the Condors for the Harlequins
Relax,
not rolling
gentlemen.
away.
That's very similar to not releasing the ball. Of course, when you're tackled, you have to not only release the ball, you cannot prevent the other team from getting to the ball by lying on the ground around the ball. You have to make that ball freely available for all the players coming in over the top.
Looks like we've got another stoppage here.
We're in about 3 minutes of injury time.
Yeah.
Referee, of course, we had a lot of
It's a
downtime
penalty.
when
We got
the Condors
injury
number
time.
10
Just relax.
went down, but we've also got an injury on the far side of the field. We'll see who it is. We're going to try and pan out here.
Looks like another Condor down on that side of the field as you see him being attended to.
Yeah, you see everyone's very concerned here now. That's the Harlequins coach who's in, just waiting for the Condors. And it looks like another hit in the head. Dylan, is that what the conversation is?
Yeah, nobody's talking over there, but it looks like, according to the hand signals from Harlequins coach Mike Loader, that looks like a shot to the head.
That was an official IRB approved hand signal, was it not, Dylan?
Yes, it was.
Either
Yeah, shot to the head.
either that or he's practicing his beer can flattening technique.
Of course, folks, as you're watching at home, you've seen during the last 38 minutes of regulation play, this is an extremely physical game. Although there are less injuries in rugby, than there are statistically in soccer, the simple fact of the matter is this is a very physical game. Having said that, you see the concern from all the players and the coaches on both sides. Nobody likes to see an injury.
Dylan?
It's number 7 for the Condors.
It's number 7, that's Ian Penrose. And he's sitting up now.
Condors are taking a bit of a beating. They signal to the side to have some players come in and help him off. Want to make sure he gets in okay. And there's the round of applause. Great game for number 7. He's going to be disappointed to have to leave early and not be able to make the second half. Ian Penrose from the Condors.
It's a good sign of respect there from both sides of the club. And this is another long stoppage here, which is going to, again, you get a chance to rest, catch your breath, as you see all these players have been running quite a bit, running and tackling, but it also allows any injuries or bruises you may have to get up on. Actually, you're going to feel them just a little bit more.
That previous shot, you saw Joe Osmatic there with a soccer ball. I believe that's his primary sport, although he did play rugby for the Harlequins for some time, Art. There he is.
Much as we do like to make fun of him, Joe Osmatic, one of the great Harlequins of years past.
Just like William Webb Ellis, he's picked up the soccer ball and begun the game of rugby. Thank you, Joe.
You know, that couldn't have been planned better. Thank you,
go,
Joe,
gentlemen.
for being our target today.
Was that 1823 he did that?
I wasn't around, Dylan, but yes, many, many years ago.
See the restart here from the Condors. Actually had a penalty there. They're going to kick it straight out from distance.
Right towards the Time Warner cable truck. You're watching Time Warner Sports 32. Referee still plays on. We're in injury time. And we're going to have a line out here to the Condors following that penalty kickoff just over halfway.
As soon as that ball comes back in, it actually went out onto Highway 83. Please be careful.
The hooker, Chris Vodnick's going to throw this straight down the middle. Condors are going to try and recover this and make something happen before the half, but it's stolen by the Harlequins.
Great job by Rob to get up there and win that ball. Pops it back down. Attack by Ben Smith right through the middle
thank
there.
you.
Great
Back
ball
way.
from Jeff Noe. Condors a little in the way there. They get out of the way. The referee's happy. Sands Falk out to Jeff Hoffman. Good tackle.
Right through the legs. Look at that. Out to number 14, and he's going to take a run with it.
Vantage white.
Mark Tobin passing contact there. They have had an infraction.
We have a knock on, gentlemen. Scrum down, white ball.
Little knock on. The referee had called advantage.
That was Dom Caston with that pass right through the legs. It's absolutely beautiful, but I think Coach will have a talk with him about that on Tuesday.
Who had the advantage, Dylan?
It was advantage to White. Now it's a scrum down to the Condors. When we say white, we mean the Condors. When we say green, we mean the Quins.
Crouch.
Traditional colors
Touch.
for
Pause. Engage.
Hold it. Drive.
Ball goes straight in.
Stay back, Noe.
twisting that around.
They're going to try and turn this 90 degrees.
Inside.
The Condors pick it up before they can twist it around, and they attack the blind side or the short side of the field. Viewers far end of the screen.
The Harlequins don't want to let the Condors get any sort of momentum going into the
Get out of there, White.
Harlequins are ahead 17-0.
Stolen.
Dom Caston there. He's going to take a run with it. He's got Dom Singleton on the outside. Didn't get the pass off quick enough, but he did on the tackle.
Condors getting off the ground, tackling off their knees, really making a valiant effort on defense here.
Vantage green.
Dom Singleton tried a rubber kick, didn't work. It was recovered by the
We
Condors.
have a knock on. Scrum down,
Got
green
a
ball.
whistle.
We have a knock on.
We do indeed.
Scrum down
Knock
to
on.
The Harlequins.
Scrum down, green ball.
Yeah,
You knocked the ball forward.
Looks like that Dom's grubber didn't work, but probably the Condor knocked it on as a result of that kick. So now we have a turnover back to the Harlequins, and this is a great attacking phase, much better than the open play. We're at 48 minutes here. A lot of injury time. We'll be breaking halftime.
Bring it up,
soon.
gentlemen.
We'll see
Bring
if
it up.
we can make something happen here before the whistle.
Scrums may have gotten a little bit eager there. The referee blew that up.
Yep, the front rows are going to pack down again here.
Second.
Get set. You see them interlocking in the classic rugby piece, the scrum.
Coach,
And
touch,
Jeff Noe's going to put
pause,
the ball in for
engage.
players to compete for that ball. You see them holding their own ground very well.
Coming blind
Motion
side.
attack, but a missed pass by the Harlequins. And now they've got to regroup and try and make some forward momentum.
Dom Singleton takes that ball into the tackle, sets it down very well behind him, out to Sands Falk. He's got a couple of options. He's going to decide to hold it, take the ball to ground, though.
Advantage.
Yeah, his running player there.
Number
just a
one
little
coming
ahead of
in from the
him.
side.
Couldn't quite get the ball pass off without it being a forward pass.
And that's-
And the referee
two.
has a penalty.
Almost
Dylan,
three.
what happened?
Looks like the prop came in from the side, number 1.
Vision mark.
Didn't come over the top of the ruck.
And that's a safety call, of course. The referee's being very strict on the ruck pieces these days. And the kick for touch is not successful. That ball stays in, and Dom Singleton beats the first tackler, heads down the sideline, stays on his feet, waiting for support to come. And there's another
Bring
player
it up,
down.
gentlemen. It was out.
On the outside the camera,
Touch.
you see number 14, the Condors winger. Looks like he's.
Relax, gentlemen.
looks
We
like
got a
he's
minute.
injured. I don't think he contacted Dom Singleton, did he, Art?
No, he didn't. He actually completely missed
Relax,
it. Actually,
gentlemen.
He may have knocked the wind out of himself. He was just flat going for the tackle. He just missed it. I think he either nailed himself in the knee or he popped his ribs.
Here comes referee Koval to assess the situation and see what's happening.
But he did not sound like a happy man when he went down, which leads me to believe he is in a lot of pain.
Yeah, he might have twisted a
It
leg
was, I did
there.
take
It looks
a
like the
nap right
trainer's
now.
looking definitely at the leg. The player appears to be in a fair bit of discomfort. Who is that, Art? Number 14?
That's number 14 for the Condors.
Looks like we had a substitution change there. We don't have a name for you. Sorry about that, folks. We'll get that to you as soon as we can. Harlequins are taking a break on the field. We see some of the fans on the far side.
Some folks from MSOE, some folks from UW Parkside who played the matinee right before this match.
That's right, and there's Coach Cunningham just going off camera and the other substitutes, reserve players for the Harlequins. Today's match, of course, brought to you by MyRugbySite.com. And you're watching the Milwaukee Harlequins play the Westside Condors. Check it out
Got a
at
sub?
MilwaukeeHarlequins.com.
All right, Alan.
We are on Time Warner Sports Channel. What, Art?
Channel 32,
That's
Dylan.
the one.
It's a line
Looks
out.
like the play is going to resume here. The Eastern player for the Condors is off the field getting some attention, and we're going to have a line out here to the Condors.
The Condors are going to
Hold
get
it,
this
relax.
line out. Ball went
Gentlemen,
in.
let's give me
was
a
taken
little
into
better time
touch
here. If you can
by
give
a
just a
Harlequin,
step. That's
believe
all right,
for
thank
Dom
you.
Singleton.
Referee asking for a little more space down the tunnel.
Got to keep that distance. Got to give lots of good competition on that ball. It's all about fair competition in rugby. And we'll see the Condors go up uncontested. Gonna turn that into a maul. Try and get some field position. They're gonna be looking to attack here. They want to get some points before halftime. Gets passed out through the backs along the far side, and as the Harlequins rush across for defense. Excellent. The center, number 12, passes it out, and we've got a whistle.
We have a forward pass,
Like
gentlemen.
that was big Nick Walcott trying to take that ball up the center, or up the side of the field. Excuse
Forward
me, but
pass,
unfortunately
scrum
the whistle
down,
was
green
gonna
ball.
Bring him back.
That pass was just a little too
Scrum.
forward. It's going to be a scrum down to the Quins.
Yeah, it's a fine line when you're trying to make those passes. You know, you can make them perfectly flat, but as soon as they go 1 degree forward, the referee has to call it up. And I also saw some choice words between 21 and the hooker, Garrett Meyer, on the Harlequins.
Crouch!
Well,
Touch!
we're
Pause!
actually
Engage!
42 minutes into this game. Now, the half's only 40 minutes long, but it's a long time to play without a halftime break. To see Jeff Noe's going to pick it up right to Sands Falk. Going to give it to Jeff Hoffman, going to pass it right down the line. He's still got Singleton on the outside. He's not going to get a chance to run around the outside, but he's going to try and make something happen here while he waits for his support.
Condor sliding well in defense, keeping
Release,
keeping
back
the
right.
Harlequins contained for the moment. And the ball gets passed down on the far side to Sands Falk again. Switch inside to the center.
That's John
Vantage
Paul
White.
Glover, number 1, the prop there, taking that in. Garrett Meyer on the tackle while the Condors have recovered this ball. It was just lost a bit. Condors are just going to try and get this ball out of their territory.
Play on!
There's some advantage being played there. Looks like they've kicked away their advantage. And the back line now tries to attack on the opposite side of the field. Mark Tobin up through the center. Going to try and keep that play straight. And now Harlequins try to run it up.
Just ran straight through Nick Walcott there. Went for the tackle. The Harlequins are going to make another move here to score one before the half.
And that's Dom Caston.
Dom Caston with the try.
Gentlemen, bring it back.
And that's going to bring us up to 22-0.
Wait a minute. Referee is signaling something he did not like. Looks like there may have been a forward pass there by the Harlequins. There was no try.
No, that's
that call coming from the assistant referee and coach, Mike Loader. Anything, Dylan?
No, I think your assessment is absolutely correct. They're going to bring it back.
Actually, that is the half. We've gotten to halftime here.
At 54 minutes, you're watching the Milwaukee West Side Harlequins play the Chicago West Side Condors at Nagawaki Park on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel 32.
We'll be right back.
I called him on it once. He's still doing it?
Still doing it, and that's feeding as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, to Time Warner Sports Channel 32's airing of USA Rugby Division II, the Milwaukee West Side Harlequins versus the Chicago West Side Condors. We're back after halftime. We're at Nagawaki Park in beautiful Delafield, Wisconsin, with a score of 17 for your West Side Milwaukee Harlequins, 2-0 for the Chicago West Side Condors. I'm Dylan Mullen. I'm here with Art Sears and Vic Drover. Gentlemen.
Yeah, this West versus West matchup was a hotly contested for the first 40 minutes, and now you see them coming back. The Harlequins in the lead kind of towards the end of the first half. 2 injuries. The Condors have had to lose 2 players. We'll see if they can recover. Looks like the winger number 11 has moved in to take the fly-half position for the Condors. See if he's there for the subsequent phases after this kickoff.
That's Greg Kacharis, number 11 for the Condors. The Harlequins kicked off to start this match, so the Condors will now kick to the Harlequins to start the second half. See Pat Koval, the referee, giving his last-minute instructions. We've got a whistle, and here we go. Mike Rudy's going to try and take that kick, but it may have danced off his hands. Pat Koval's going to blow that up right away. It was a knock-on against the Harlequins, and we're going to start the second half off much like we did the first with an immediate scrum down.
Now That was a bit of a shaky kick from the new orchestra leader, number 11. He's going to have to get that ball a little higher if he wants his players to recover it. Unlucky for the Harlequins. Fortunate that little knock-on by Mike Rudy there, giving the scrum down to the Condors.
Sometimes in rugby, just like in golf, it's better to be lucky than good.
That ball straight down, a little towards the Condor side. Clean ball out, little miss pass there as the center tries to dodge and weave, producing clean ball and fast ball at the back. Looks like you have one unnumbered shirt out there. We'll have to get his name a little later. And Vince Kelly chases it down. That ball stays close, and it's a knock-on by, looks like Leon Kendricks, who's a substitute for the Harlequins.
That's 13. Mike Walsh from the Condors just put a great boot on that and put the Harlequins back into their own territory. They're at about their own 5-meter line. They knocked the ball out, so the Condors have great field position. They're going to get the ball in this next scrum down.
This is not how the Harlequins wanted to start the second half. Nonetheless, they'll have to rely on their defense like they did, as you can see by the 0 score by the Condors.
Crouch!
As they did in the
Touch!
first half.
Pause! Engage!
That's right. I mean, they've got a strong defense, and they've actually won and turned over the first scrum of the second half. They're going to look to clear this out now. Sands Falk puts boots to ball, and that gets a lot of distance all the way down to the 10-meter line for the Condors. Kendricks flies in, just misses the tackle, slows down the player, and he steps out of bounds before he has a chance to pass it in. Flag is out. The referee just sees it, whistles it up.
That was Tyler Carroll that dodged that tackle for the Condors there, but it looks like his foot just hit the touch line. Touch judge, assistant referee saw that, put the flag in the air. We're going to have a line out, and it's going to be for the Harlequins.
Green.
You see Garrett Meyer there with the ball getting ready to throw this in. We're going to have Pat Koval, our referee, making sure we got a good meter tunnel between the two teams as they're about to jump for this ball.
See Garrett Meyer on the sideline. We call that the touch line in rugby. A little disconnect between him and jumper number 7, Ben Smith. Looks like the ball's there.
Rock it, gentlemen, it's a rock.
They're going to try and play that off the back of this rock. We'll see what happens. A lot of competition now. The Harlequins have a chance to win this ball again.
See if they can pick it off the deck.
Yeah, a little pick and go there. Looks like they won possession for the time being. It's not really clean and stable yet. We'll see if the Harlequins can make something. And there you go.
Release.
Wilson Kloiber
Back white.
Back. And Ben Smith comes in for scrum half, passes out to Sands Falk, number 12 Jeff Hoffman, and tackle the ground.
That's a great ruck. Look at Jeff Noe. He's got a great ball there. Sands Falk's going to toss it to Dom Caston, who's going to keep passing it to the outside. Dom Singleton one more time gets tackled. That was a great tackle by number 13. That's Mike Walsh for the Condors. He's just all over the field in this first part of this second half.
Yeah, that was a pass from Vince Kelly. Great offload by him. A second before the tackle. Got flattened by number 12 on the Condors. But he's back on his feet. You see him back there, number 15, the fullback. And he'll be looking for more of that, I'm sure. And they line out here to the Condors. Must come off a green hand or a green foot.
Picked.
Rob Jacobs pinches it out to Sands Falk, our orchestra leader today. Slicing through the defense, passing in contact to substitute number 18. And again, another pass out wide.
It's Dom Caston's going to take that one for a run, and it's out of bounds on the other side of the field. They went straight across the field with very, very little motion up the field. So basically what the Harlequins have done, unfortunately, at this point is run 30 meters the exact wrong way.
Yeah, they took a 90-degree turn there towards the east, and so I'm sure the coach is going to remind them to run it up straight.
Well, that's also a testament to the defense of the Condors.
Yeah, that's right. The defense is up and making it very difficult. You see the number 9 there pick up the ball, go through. The
Back green! Back green! Advantage white!
We took it into contact. Now we've got a contest on the ground for the ball.
Advantage called to the Condors.
Coming in from the side, gentlemen.
Harlequins must have had an infraction there. Jeff Noe doesn't like it, doesn't agree.
It was coming in from the side again.
I got it.
Referee warned him. Let's blew it up.
That's 3 times for the Harlequins. That could lead to an ejection if they're not careful, Art.
They've got to be very careful at this point. They've got a 17-0 lead, but we are still very, very early into this half here. They do not want to do anything that's going to want them sent off the field as you see the ball restarted here. Leon Kendricks is going to toss that ball out. A little bit of an errant pass. Sands Falk picks it up, though. Gets it to big Mitch Kaya. They're gonna work this around to the outside again, try and get it to their wing. Dom Singleton.
Great miss pass out to Dom Singleton.
Little
he
grubber.
chips it over, and there's nobody behind him.
There he is.
He's got to pick it up and carry it over. He chips it through, shows his soccer skills.
There it is.
For 5.
Fantastic try by that. That kick went straight through. There was nobody that could catch Dom Singleton there. All he had to do was keep kicking it into the try zone. He fell up on it. The Harlequins have got another 5 points. That's going to make this Milwaukee Harlequins 22. The West Side Condors from Chicago still with 0, but there's a lot of time left to go here.
Yeah, that's a really great hand skills by number 11, the winger. And that's his, looks like his second try for the day and 3 last week.
I got it, thank you.
He'll be very happy with that tonight.
See, Dom Caston's going to line up for another kick here. I don't believe he's missed one yet today, has he, Vic?
No, he's, looks like he's 3 for 3, 2 conversions and 1 penalty. This will make him 4 for 4 if he slots it through. Looks like he's a little wide off to one side.
Just a little wide. That was wide right. Dom Caston can't quite believe that it was wide right, but Sir had a good vantage point on it, as did we here. It was just a bit right.
He's gonna like your bad luck vote of confidence when he watches this at home.
Yeah, I'm gonna owe him one for that one, Dom. I do apologize.
Well, there is a different little gust of wind going this direction than there was on the other side.
See Pat Cobalt there, the Sir. He's gonna set the mark for this restart to happen as he digs his heel into the ground, or he's stretching.
Yes, Dylan, you bring up a good point. Dom Caston's a not ambidextrous kicker. He kicks with the same leg from both sides of the field, and it is a little different. His first kick from this side of the field today. Maybe that is what caused him to push it out a little wide there. The Condors are going to restart here. We'll see if they can get a good drop out, and it's a lot better than the previous time. See the Harlequins recover. Going to go to ground and try and get this ball out for a nice set kick, I would expect.
That's caught by number 4, Big Rob Jacobs there. Sands Falk's going to transfer it to Jeff Hoffman, who gets caught in the tackle. He's going to try and take this to ground. Ball
back, thank you.
Gets it out to Sands Falk again, who's going to put a big foot on it for the up and under. To see if the Harlequins gain a little possession here and recover it. That's number 15 on the Condors, Tyler Carroll, for the catch.
Great tackle by Vince Kelly, but the Condors have recovered. They're really pushing hard. They want to get points up on the board early.
Back, Green.
This 22-0 loss any longer if they have any chance to come back later in the game.
That's big number 3.
Release, get out of there, Green, thank you.
Shrek for the Condors. He took it in and just barreled into 2 or 3 Harlequin defenders.
Yeah, you see a lot of pick and go. They changed the style again, much like we saw from the opponents last week against the Harlequins.
That's 21, Nick Walcott for the Condors. Look at him just trying to power through
Release.
the line. And
Get out of there, Green.
Harlequins down with him.
Looks like they might have lost possession here. I see it at the back for the Harlequins. Garrett Meyer gets in there to pinch it.
Release.
He gets tackled.
Advantage white.
Floiber's in over the top.
Advantage is called to the Condors.
Yep,
Looks like Garrett Meyer tried to pass that to Joseph Kloiber. Joseph Kloiber wasn't quite ready for it. Danced off his hands. Condors have the advantage. Let's see if they can use it.
They're not giving up anything right now.
Bring it up. We had a knock-on, gentlemen. No advantage. Scrum down, white ball.
And we'll have a scrum down to the Condors. They're really looking sharp so far since that last try, Art.
I'll tell you what, Coach Coleman Brolin must have had a little bit of a talk with them at the half, telling them absolutely they have to come out and start this second half fast as possible. They've got to get those points back. 22 points, you can come back from it, but it's going to take some work. Let's see if they can take care of it. They're right now, they're about 15 meters into Harlequin territory. They've got
engage.
Big, powerful scrum there.
Bring it up, gentlemen. Gentlemen, bring it up.
A little too much of a surge there between the 2 packs.
First and last warning, gentlemen. No pushing till the ball is in the tunnel. Understand? Let's go.
Any analysis from the referee?
Yeah, he doesn't want that kind of pushing until the ball is in the tunnel. A little too much extracurricular activity.
Crouch! Touch! Pause! Engage!
There at this point of the game, you've been hitting each other for the last 50-some minutes.
Out the tunnel.
Looks like that ball popped out a little early. Unfortunately, that ball has to go back through the legs of the second row in the 8-man. And as it came out, the referee Koval is going to have it again. Another scrum down. Whose ball? Looks like it's the Condors.
That's my 3rd scrum down in a row.
Third
and he's just going to make him. Sorry, Dylan, go ahead.
No, I beg your pardon.
Crouch.
3rd time's a charm.
Touch.
Here we go.
He's going to keep scrumming until they get this right. And I have been in there when they've done 12 scrums in a row. And the ball pops right out. Nice pass to number 11 there. That's Greg Gutierrez. Ooh, nice tackle.
Huge tackles in there. The Condors just taking a little too much time to distribute the ball between the backs, and the number 5 on the Condors taking it up. Hopefully right back in the same mess where they just picked it out of. It's going to be trouble getting that ball back, but you see it there off again to the left side. Lots of room here for them to run through. You see the gaps in the defense from our vantage point.
You see big Nick Walcott out here just waiting
Release.
to pass the ball out, but there's a bunch of bodies just out in the big pack.
Get up,
right
thank
there,
you.
leaving both sides wide open. It looks like there's a pretty good overload out to the right side for the Condors. If they can call the ball out, get it passed out,
I was
there, maybe
a
they
truck.
can use it.
And And the referee's blowing the whistle here.
I was the truck.
Temporary man down.
We'll have a scrum down, white ball.
Anything from the referee, Dylan?
Yeah, scrum down to the Condors.
I don't like being the front of the mold, gentlemen. Oh, it's my fault.
You're chuckling a little bit there, Dylan.
Referee Koval was saying that he was the truck in that mall, and that's really not his place.
Yeah, that's right. The truck and trailer really is just another way of saying there's an offside player in the mall. So we're going to have another scrum down. Should be the
Let's go, gentlemen.
Should be the Harlequins this time.
Looks like number 3, Juan Granillo. Shrek came out, and looks like coming in there is going to be Hans Huzlebos, big prop.
Crouch!
16 there.
Touch!
Thank you for the
Pause!
Engage! Just a reminder, it looks like there's a truck and trailer against the Harlequins. Condors ball.
Jeff Noe right up on that ball, not letting that scrum half get any distance whatsoever. Big Hans fell on the ball. Let's see if he can roll it back to his side of the ruck.
Advantage green!
Excellent clearing ruck by the Harlequins there. And you see the Condors desperate for possession, made a mistake.
Held on to the ball.
Sans-Falk is going to tap it real quick, try and release that ball. George Hoffman, the center. You see him running up there, the big man. And we're going to have another ruck over the top. Hopefully the Harlequins are going to get it wide again. Towards the far side of the pitch, Mitch Kaya. All the way out to the wing, that looks like Caston, and our substitution, Leon Kendricks. Back to Caston. This is an exciting couple of faces for the Harlequins.
Release, get out of there, White, thank you. Back.
Actually got their fundamental rugby skills a little back as we see the pass to Joseph Kloiber. Don't let his size fool you, he can run, but a missed pass there, just a little too high for Sans-Falk to get to. Oh, and a high tackle there called by referee Pat Koval against the Condors. Boy, Condors just may have made a very costly mistake. That's going to put them back to behind their own 22-meter
What do you want, gentlemen?
Let's see what the Harlequins are going to do with this. They're going to kick for points again.
Yeah, it's a real surge from the Harlequins here. They held off the defense. The Condors spent about 5 minutes or 8 minutes down in the Harlequins territory. The Harlequins have had enough, and what's the referee saying, Dylan?
Well, it's the referee is going to go ahead and let Dom Caston kick, which is not a bad move here because the wind is at Dom's back now. Nice brisk wind at his back. It's going to help that ball along.
Yeah, Captain Ben Smith called for a penalty kick here earlier on. Art, as you're saying, the Harlequins captain was choosing for attacking the line, getting some points on the board. Now they just want to extend out that try. No need to gamble and not get the points. But we've got a... Did he make that?
He did make that penalty kick. That's going to make that Harlequins 25, Condors still 0. And one of the more important parts of that, as I said before, is they wanted to score tries early because that's when they had a lot of energy. Right now, they've been running for about 60 minutes. They're not quite as fresh as they were, so if they're going to get those opportunities, the Harlequins are going to go ahead, use Dom Caston's magical foot, and take advantage of them. Keep that score gap nice and wide.
It is a magical foot, isn't it?
It is a magical foot.
Yeah, Caston's 4 for 5. He's having a great day.
Careful what you wish for, though. That's some monkey paw magic.
26 minutes.
I don't even want to know, Dylan.
No, you don't.
A lot of minutes.
And we're going to have another restart here. I'm sure we're going to get it up. The Condors are going to want to attack this ball. Excellent kickoff, well weighted, and collected by the Harlequins. That's a substitute. I can't see his jersey number, folks. Sorry about that, but it's clean ball for the Harlequins. Out to our orchestra leader, Sans-Falk.
That's the second pass.
Release, get out of there, thank you.
Yeah, and that pass went out to Jeff Hoffman. Looked like the tackle was a little high. The referee didn't mind.
Leon
Kendricks takes the pass from Caston, can't handle it, knocks it out of bounds.
Leon can't do it all himself.
We have a knock-on, gentlemen.
Very bad early.
Scrum down.
Commercial reference.
White ball.
I'm sure everyone caught that.
Now, gentlemen, how does your strategy change when it's 0-0 versus 25-0? If you're the Condors, what do you have to do to get back in this match?
I think the Condors have to worry about keep possession. They
Crouch!
had a lot of
Touch!
turnovers, like the Harlequins.
Pause! Engage!
The Harlequins turnovers in the point, so they're really behind the gun. They've got to gamble a little bit. I think the Harlequins, on the other hand, they can play it safe, like you saw a few minutes ago. They went for the penalty kick, and that's a good inside play to the center there. Made a few grounds, made a few yards.
Get out of there, Green, you lost it.
Difficulty bringing him down, and here we go. We've got the substitute number 17 hits a seam, and we've got some continuity. Third face from the Condors.
It looked like Sean Messick, the hooker for the Condors. Number 13 there. That's Mike Walsh. He's going to take that ball for a run.
Yeah, Dom Singleton missed a big tackle there.
Could not get the
advantage, White.
Defense, though. He's brought down right in the center of the field. Ooh, and a penalty against the Milwaukee Harlequins. Looks like playing that ball in the ruck with the hands. Not allowed. You cannot touch that ball when it's on the ground.
You're fine.
Dylan?
That was the call.
There's your mark.
Cobalt saw that. He's going to penalize the Harlequins. Now they're backed up to their own 10-meter line. Now the Condors are going to have a choice to make here. Do they want to make a statement, put a try on the board, or are they just going to put some points up? Looks like they're going to run a play and try and put a try on the board here. They're going to give it to the big prop there.
Get out of there, Green! Green, get out of there! Advantage white!
Condors, it's out. That ball's out. Let's see. Quick transfer to number 19 on the Condors.
Advantage there. The referee's playing to the Condors.
Green, diving over. You're sealing the ball in.
Diving over. Green.
That's another penalty for the Harlequins. This is a bad place to get multiple penalties. This is going to back them up right up to their try line, maybe 5 meters out, if that. You see the Condors are going to run another play. They're just going to keep trying to chip away at them and run this in. I apologize. They're at about their 10-meter line. It looks like they're back right up against the goalposts.
You know, if the Harlequins keep committing offenses, the referee could easily give a penalty try here and award them 5
Back, Green!
Otherwise, you got to wonder, are the Condors going to
Advantage, Green!
We'll see what happens.
Referee's called advantage for the Harlequins.
That's going to be a Harlequins ball.
We have a knock-on, scrum down, gentlemen, green ball.
That one without any injury and any scars.
There you go. That was
no, it was not. The ball was out.
By the Condors, we're going to have a scrum down to the Harlequins. Now if you notice there, the Harlequins went from almost the halfway point of the field. Now they're backed up to their own 10-meter line. That's exactly what can happen when you might have the attitude of, you know what, we're up 25 points. We've got plenty of time. We can relax. You absolutely cannot do that.
We expect them to kick it out
Bring
here.
It up, guys. Bring it up.
Very likely going to win their own scrum down. But Sans Falk has been doing the exact opposite of everything I've suggested today. Let's see what he chooses to do this far back in their own territory.
Well, maybe if he'd taken your advice, we'd be up 50 to nothing. But
crouch,
we'll
touch,
that debate with Sans
pause,
later.
engage.
See the scrum down now, put in by Jeff Noe. They're twisting up a little bit. And the referee's going to call a twist by the Condors. That's surprising. The scrum has been the Harlequin strong suit. It's going to be a turnover because they rotated that scrum past the 90-degree mark.
Might have caught the Harlequins sleeping just a little bit. When you dominate the scrum like that the entire game, you might just back off the throttle a little bit. May have done that in that point, and it cost them. Condors are coming on strong here. They're not taking this line down whatsoever.
Condors has substitute number 18 in at the scrum half position.
Crouch!
Touch! Up in the last,
pause! Engage!
Tackle. Called a forced turnover as a result. We'll see how he does here in the back of the scrum. The 8-man's going to pick it up, dish it out, try and go wide down this left side of the field. And they're running east-west. They're not making much forward progress, Art.
No, they're trying to find a hole in that line of Harlequin defense there. It's obviously very difficult. Picks the ball up, is going to get past.
Yeah, you see some confusion at the back of the scrum there about who should pick it up and who should. Looks like that scrum half's taking a little time to work into his role, and it's a turnover. Passed out to the Dom Caston to the wing. That's Mark Tobin, is it?
That's Big Leon there. What a great hit before passing that ball off right to Jeff Hoffman, who's going to set it.
Now you see the Harlequins attacking again. No reason to not attack.
Sans Falk may have passed that ball.
Forward pass, gentlemen.
That was forward.
Forward pass, excuse me. And high.
You see the Harlequins, no desire to kick this ball out. Up 25-0, they're going to run this ball all day, just like last week.
Mitch Kai may have tripped over a little gopher hole there in the middle of the field. Little jaw jacking going on back and forth here between the Condors and the Harlequins. They're smiling now, so everything looks okay. That'll translate out into a bit of a hit later on, though.
I'm sure that's not true, Art.
Well, it's going to be a good-natured hit, but that's the fun of rugby. You can tackle a guy and both of you can get along famously.
Pause! Engage!
Some of my best friends in the sport on the opposite side of that line. But you got to hit your friends the hardest in this game. That's the rule.
It's like that ball thought it was going to come straight out of the tunnel, but it's on the Harlequin side. Back through the backs, through the hands. Going to be out to a little chip through to Leon Kendricks. Can he recover it?
Mike Walsh for the Condors.
Big
Look
hit.
at that.
Great tackle. Leon Kendricks pulled his opposite number right to ground. Pulled the ball out with the defender, and it's going to be a throw-in on this line-out for the Milwaukee Harlequins.
That was some great play there. Leon Kendricks just made a fantastic tackle. Mike Walsh had that ball for about a half a second before Leon was all over him.
Why not?
Yeah, they hadn't made much progress on the wings. The Condors' defense has been quite tight, so they took the option to kick through the hole and try and chase down and recover the ball, similar to the try we saw earlier by Dom Singleton. And although we didn't get the ball, we did get the possession in this lineup. And we started to go forward again. So that ball being dropped backwards, that is not an infraction.
Back, White.
No problem there. The referee lets it play on.
Condors came right through that lineup, but the Harlequins recovered anyway. Look at Dom Caston take a run here.
You see Dom Singleton chasing through on the grubber. It's 2-on-1. He's got to release this ball.
Advantage, Green!
Squirted out. mess on the ground, and the Harlequins appear to have recovered it.
Singleton recovered that ball. He's trying to fight for it so he can actually get some positioning here.
Sorry, folks, you can't really see on the side here. The play's gone behind our Time Warner Sports Channel 32 truck. But you'll see the referee's given a free kick.
There it is. Advantage was called to Green.
Sands Falk to Leon Kendricks, who hit him a little hard with the pass, but he recovered it. He's going to see if he can make a run on it here. Well, the Harlequins need to calm that ball down a bit. That's 2 missed passes.
There it goes.
But Sands Falk's going to take it in anyway. He's going to score the try.
5 more points for the Milwaukee West Side Harlequins. Score 30 to the Harlequins, 0 for the Condors.
You thinking about your apartment, Dylan?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not selling.
Sands Falk ponytail, of course, still intact. That's some great work by Sands Falk today. Again, won the Division I National Championship with Santa Monica in California. We lost him out to California. That's number 10 there for about 2 years. He came back. Excuse me, the Harlequins lost him. He came back and was just a different player. He matured quite a bit while he was out there. Just see him taking a bit of a gulp of water. Well earned as well.
Yes, Sands Falk is averaging about 5 points per game. This will maintain his average. He'll be happy with that today. He's been non-stop with the ball in hand, and you can see why they keep him as the orchestra leader.
Gaston's going to try and make this conversion, and it is good. That's going to make the score 32 Harlequins, Condors 0.
Santa Monica will change you, man. Listen to any Eagles tune, and they'll tell you the same thing.
Looks like we're about 21 minutes into this half.
Gaston's 5 for 6. He's got to be happy with that today. Excellent numbers on the board for Caston. He's our leading point scorer. Averages 22 points per game, Art. Asset to the club.
Wow, that is impressive. Magical foot, folks. Magical foot.
See the restart again. Condors now they got their head above the shoulders. They really look like they're coming back hard here. They got to feel a little bit under the gun. 32-0. They got to get something on the scoreboard.
Almost an unintentional obstruction there by number 4, Big Rob Jacobs. Referee did not call it. And they're going to go right back to the horses. There's Ben Smith, the captain, number 7. Look at him, and just runs right into the tackle and threw it, waiting for his support there. Hands it off to number 18. It makes a little bit of an errant pass. Once again, the Harlequins getting a little quick on the passes.
Ben Smith hit that seam there, opened it right up. Now the Harlequins are attacking the far side of the field. The referee's calling for a try. It's another 5 for the Harlequins.
Boy, someone tried to tackle Big Ben Smith high, and that's a shot to the sternum.
Yeah, you don't want to get in front of that freight train, that's for sure.
Oof.
Did you get an eye on who made that try?
I did not, unfortunately. I apologize. It was just a bit off the camera angle. You see the Harlequins walking back here, taking a little time for a breather. That's 2 tries within a couple of minutes there. That's a good opportunity there to take a minute, get yourself together, catch your breath. Condors now, however, have a very big challenge. They've got about 15 minutes left in this half. They have got to figure out how to regroup and get back into this game. Again, it is not impossible, but it gets more difficult with each passing minute. Coach has to have a little talk with them. You see them over there. They're getting quite riled up. They want to get themselves back into this game. And the only way to do that is to just put everything out there.
Yeah, you see a lot of the frustration seeping in now. Condors aren't used to not taking home some hardware. And they're going to have to really pull it together and keep it together as a team if they want to get some points on the board.
Conversion try was quite short by Dom Caston.
That was the longest kick I believe Caston had to make this game. Surprising for him to miss that kick. He's 5 for 7 for the day.
He was all the way out the sideline, and you got to take that ball quite a bit back to make that kick. He just didn't quite have the wind with him like he wanted to. So that'll keep the score at Harlequins 37, Chicago Condors 0. And again, the Condors have to fire it up, come back out here, and see what they can do. And one of the keys to that is going to be this restart here. They need to get back down that field and absolutely lay a good hit on a green jersey, and it's going to decide who's going to make that hit. That's number 5 for the Condors making that hit. It's Brian Gonzalez. You see it here. We're going to try and spin this out, make something happen. Missed pass though. Tom Caston's going to pick that up.
I think the referee's got a whistle. Anything, Dylan?
Not yet.
You signaling for a knock-on by the Harlequins.
We have a knock-on, gentlemen. Scrum down, white ball.
The Condors. Excuse me, I shouldn't say he's going to give it to them, but the Harlequins committed the infraction by knocking the ball on. The Condors will take this scrum. And again, the Condors really need to make something happen here. They just are having trouble getting through the Harlequin defense. They need to find some sort of key.
Yeah, they've only got about 15 minutes left. It's going to be hard for them to overcome the scoreline.
Touch!
They want to put something
Pause!
forward to make them, give them some motivation for next week.
Ooh, that scrum looked like the Condors stood straight up. Looks like somebody wasn't ready for that scrum.
That's a little bit of early
Right,
attack
wait
there.
for my call. Let's go, gentlemen.
Very
There's the mark.
unsafe. Harlequins don't want to be doing too much of that if they want to stay away from the referee's wrath today. Pat Cobalt will stand for that if it happens too much.
Crouch! Touch! Pause! Engage!
Pushing and shoving before the ball goes in. Condors working it back. Scrum half's going to get it, pass it out. They're going to work this down the line. That's number 13 there. Going to get it. Going to run straight. Not going to pass that ball off yet. Now he does. Good
advantage green.
Advantage going to the Harlequins.
Looked like that was off a knock-on off the white shirt off the Condor. And I'm sure the Harlequins are going to run this up. They've got no reason not to run it through. Vince Kelly out to Leon Kendricks. Gets his hand on the ball. Big Leon, hard to slow him down.
Leon!
Thought he had a player in support, but it was a Condor. Turn over to White.
Nick Walcott for the Condors.
Leave it green.
On that one, and Condors have recovered, and they need to slow this ball
Release
down.
that ball. Release. Back White.
The Condors, they have not done that just yet. If they can begin now, they can actually have a good run at making a few scores in this game. They've got to keep the ball. Once again, lost the ball to the Harlequins. Passed out to Big Mitch Kaya. They're going to work it up the line. Nice hit by Big Nick Walcott. Just lined him up. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, you see Vince brushed it off. He's back in position, though.
Play it. Let's go.
New to the club. Only started playing in 2005. So the Condors attack now with the ball.
Back green.
Down into
Back green.
the Harlequins 22-meter area.
Let that be a lesson to you folks. It's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the fight in the dog. Vince Kelly bopped right back up after that big hit. Nick Walcott's got that ball again.
You are down. Release that ball. Release. Advantage green.
And it's recovered by the Harlequins.
Looks like there might be an advantage there, Dylan.
There was.
Releasing perhaps. So that'd be a penalty.
Looks like he caught Nick
Relax.
Walcott holding on to that ball.
Relax,
but
gentlemen.
Nick's knee was on the ground for the Condors. At that point, you absolutely must release the ball. He was not doing it. Looks like Pat Cobalt saw it, had a hand on it, called it. Now we've got a stoppage for a bit of an injury. Looks like Joseph Kloiber out there. May have gotten his bell rung a little bit.
Brother, younger brother, Thomas Kloiber, played on the club for a few years. You see him coming out to make sure he's all right. Kloiber's, of course, well known in this club. 4 members played, I believe. Is that right, Art?
4 brothers for the Kloibers have played on this club, as well as the father, Joseph Joe Kloiber, Big Joe, the president of this club. He's the one that started this club back in 1975. He's been an integral member of this club ever since that point.
And I believe he runs the Lakefront Sevens tournament that we put on each June. Is that right around Summerfest time?
Right during Summerfest, either early June or late July.
You can find more information on the Lakefront Sevens at MilwaukeeHarlequins.com. Source for all your Harlequins news, pictures, and more.
Let's go, gentlemen.
Looks like he's going to be all right.
Yeah, it's hard to take down Kloiber.
Bit of a woo-woo there. Restart by the Harlequins. They're going to put a boot to it. The Condors are going to kick it right back down. Looks like it might have gone straight out.
Yeah, it looks like the assistant referee's seen that. Condors, little tactical decision-making error there. Decided halfway to kick it straight off.
Use the line, gentlemen.
They really need to keep that ball in hand and attack.
We're going to have another line out. As you see, the Harlequins and the Condors, both of them, neither side moving as fast as they were. They're getting out of breath. It's getting a little warm here. The sun's beating down. Everybody's sweating, a little dehydrated.
Yeah, it's a great day. See the assistant referee's flag. They're blowing in the wind. Affects a little.
Advantage White.
It might look like Rob Jenkins on the jump there. So the Condors are back behind their gain line, back behind where they started, but they maintain possession, which is essential.
Ball just danced off Breakacharis' head, but he recovered it, got tackled.
What's the referee saying, Dylan?
Let's go, gentlemen.
Referee's bringing it back.
Gentlemen, the ball was not straight. What would you like?
If someone gets ejected,
It was the ball was not thrown straight in.
That's a late call by the referee, and we're going to go bring it back to the line out. The Harlequins have a choice to go scrummage or a line out. Looks like they're going to do it again.
Condor's going to throw this ball in here.
And they're going to choose the line out.
Hold it, please.
We're going to wait.
Gentlemen,
Very long advantage, Art.
give me a nice tunnel here, please. I need a meter across.
Looked like
Thank
that
you.
ball wasn't straight. Actually, looked like it might have gotten tipped a little bit, but as we know, the referee's word is law. He is never
Let's
wrong.
go.
He is just old.
Actually, Art, I believe he hit it on the head. That was a knock-on by Rob Jacobs, and he was playing advantage on the knock-on. Excellent call by Pat Globo. See the Condors now try and maul it through. Scrum half egging them on, keeping them going. Inside pass to number 17 of the Condors. A lot of shirt tackles today. You see how many yards he's gained by not being tackled immediately to the ground.
Obstruction by the Condors. Ooh, bad break. That's gonna be. They're gonna have to get back 10, but they're moving slow. Jeff Noe can catch him unawares here, but Jeff Noe decides he's gonna calm that ball down just a bit. Of course, if you cause an infraction, you must retreat 10.
I think that Jeff wanted to go quick, but the captain decided to slow it down, give everyone a breather, and go for the line out. That's been working for them about 80% today. No reason not to try it again. And Dom Caston's kick did not get into touch, did not leave the field. We'll see Big 21 take the ball.
Another sheer tackle there. Number 4, Rob Jacobs.
Release.
Nick
Back,
tried to
Green.
run through that. Nick Walcott.
Advantage white.
Rob having none of it. Stopped him.
Number 5. Number 5.
We're going to talk to him.
Captain.
Looks like he's had a repeated infraction.
If he's going to
here.
join the
I think
rock,
came
he
in,
needs to join the rock.
from
He came in from the side, didn't
Sorry, I was
hit
just
it.
trying to go straight up.
Believe
Sorry
You
about
did
that.
not. Let's go.
Seemed like he thought the ball had popped out already. It had not, in which case that was coming in from the side. I'm pretty sure the referee feels one more effort in when someone's going to have to leave the field, Dylan.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Looks like that was Mike Rudy. Not quite enough of an infraction for a send-off of the field or even a yellow card. Just enough for a verbal warning letting Mike Rudy know that the referee has his eyes on him and not to do it again. It's a big long kick there recovered by number 11.
Ball stayed in field. See Tom Singleton running up through, slicing through the defense. Good hands from Vince Kelly out to Jeff Hoffman towards the far sideline, and that's 13. Tom Caston, our kicking specialist, and he passes it off. Rock turned into an open field attack here. A little bit of loose play. Harlequins need to straighten it up. Big Ben Smith tries to bring it up to Mitch Kaya, and we've got lots of action here late in the game.
Mitch Kaya just threw that down from the ground there, but Ben Smith recovered. He's got to be careful not to get an obstruction here. That's Joseph Kloiber with the ball, just trying to make something
Back,
happen.
White, thank you.
See that set phase now. 9 going up to Sands Falk. He sees a gap. He's through. He's almost through. He's got a shirt tackle over his shoulder back to Vince Kelly. Now he heads upfield. Garrett Meyer scored a try in each of his last 2 games.
Get out of there, White.
Give up that ball. See the Harlequins maintain possession. 5th phase here now. Out to 18, the substitute.
He
He's
can
pushing
smell
it
it.
over, and he's through.
He is through. That's another try for the Harlequins.
And the Harlequins celebrate. Great try. We are at 53 minutes, I believe. And that's a try by Craig Matson, the substitute.
That was a great try. That was a good hole there. And the Harlequins were very, very patient on that one. They just waited until they had an opportunity. Good ball setting by everybody that took the ball in. That's going to give us a score of Milwaukee Harlequins 42, Chicago Westside Condors 0. Dom Caston's going to line this up for another conversion here. He's going to take his time. He's going to let everybody on the Harlequins especially catch a breather. Good strategy here. You don't need to rush this. They just had a good surge where they had good 5-6 phases to punch that ball in. You can take your time. You're allowed to take about a minute to make this kick. Let everybody catch their breath.
Time update. That try was at 72 minutes, about 32 minutes into the second half. So you see the Harlequins really starting to pull away here, really making it look grim for their opponents here. And that's another successful conversion by Caston. That gives him a 6-for-8 record today.
That's going to make that 44 Harlequins, Chicago Westside Condors 0. You see the Condors jog it back out for the restart. Pat Cove out there. He's sort of a great game, not letting anything go. Hair majestically blowing in the wind. See the Condors getting set for the restart here. Who's going to get this first tackle?
Yeah, it will be.
They've got to go down there and absolutely stick it to one of those green jerseys. They just haven't been able to put the kickoff pressure on the Harlequins today, allowing the Harlequins good ball off those kickoffs, and that has been a big part of this. Dom Caston once again, number 13 with the ball. Might have lost it in the tackle, though. Went a bit forward.
Forward pass, gentlemen. Scrum down, white ball.
You're absolutely right, Artie. That was a forward pass. Scrum down to the Condors.
Here's your mark, gentlemen.
See, we're up.
Gentlemen, here's your mark.
Said, we've got about 10 minutes left to go in this match here. Regulation time, 8 to 10 minutes, unofficially, of course.
Yeah, with the injury time, I think you're right. We'll be playing for about 10 minutes now. Looks like the Harlequins are set to bring home another record win.
Crouch! Touch! Pause!
21
Engage!
match in the spring. Rematch in Milwaukee.
Wheeled around.
Wheeled it again. This time the Harlequins wheeled that scrum. Now, when the defense wheels a scrum more than 90 degrees, that means the defense gets another scrum and they get allowed to be put the ball in. They are the attacker at that point. Very good defensive strategy by the Harlequins to wheel that scrum. Now they are in possession of the ball, and they're at about their own 10-meter line.
Yeah, Jeff Noe's going to put it in here. They've had a lot of stay with the ball today.
Relax, gentlemen, relax.
Referees got something to say. Dylan, what's on his mind?
Looks like there's a little problem. Perhaps a contact lens.
You got the one to cover your whole
Yeah.
All right.
Here comes the water and the saline. Looks like we'll be in good shape.
Let's take this moment to talk about our sponsors today, Time Warner Cable Sports 32.
Okay, let's go, gentlemen.
We're going to broadcast our match for you. Check the Milwaukee Harlequins website, MilwaukeeHarlequins.com for broadcast times for this match and last week's match also, which you'll see tomorrow as well as later this afternoon.
Crouch!
See our scrum down
Touch!
Here.
Pause! Engage!
Up very close to the ground. Oh, bit of a twist there by the props to our side here. That's a lot of pressure in there. That's when those two front rows come together, that's 1,500 pounds per square inch. And if one of those sides twists just a little bit, both those front rows go down often right down on their heads. It's very dangerous in there if it's not controlled inside that scrum.
1,500 PSI, Art. This is a metric game. Can you convert it for us, please?
A lot.
I believe that's a
Crouch!
term.
Touch! Pause! Engage!
Now and again, the Packs lock it up. No problem with this scrum.
Get back,
Harlequins
White.
Lost one of their scrums, but not this one. Miss pass out to Caston. Finds the seam, gets through. And he's going to be looking to offload. He'll be turning his back, looking to see who's there.
Runs through almost three tackles before he shoots it off to Jeff Hoffman there.
And you see 21 Leon Kendricks protecting that ball as 9 rushes in, and it's being kicked forward off a boot.
There was a ruck there, gentlemen. Ball was not out.
That was a ruck. The ball was not out. It's going to go back down to the Harlequins.
Looks like the Condors really motivated to get that ball out. Play continues through the backs.
Quick tap by Jeff Hoffman's going to get passed out. Dom Singleton's going to try and hit the corner again. Misses the tackle there. And another try for Dom Singleton.
He's had a great day today. That's his third or fourth try.
They put him outside on that wing position. He's got the legs, he's got the speed, enough to make it Milwaukee Harlequins 49, Chicago Westside Condors 0. We've got about 4 or 5 minutes left in this matchup here. As you see, Dom Caston's going to line it up for another conversion kick.
He's got to be cramping up at this point. There's been a lot of kicks.
That right foot's got to look a lot flatter than his left foot, that's for sure. He's got to line it up, take his time. He doesn't want to rush this. Nice, look at that, beautifully. Right through the uprights, the flag signal, and that game is over, ladies and gentlemen. We have a final score. Milwaukee Westside Harlequins 51, Chicago Westside Condors 0.
Great game today, guys. We'll see you here next week. Dylan, you want to lead us out?
You bet. Thanks so very much, ladies and gentlemen, for landing your remote control on Time Warner Sports Channel 32, USA Rugby between these two Division II teams, your Milwaukee Westside Harlequins and your Chicago Westside Condors. We'll see you again real soon, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.
Thank you.